The Pittsburgh Steelers are finalizing a deal to hire Vikings pass game coordinator Brian Angelico as their new offensive coordinator. Angelico was the tight end coach and also was with and helped the development of Aaron Rodgers alongside Mike McCarthy back in Green Bay. Now, he has never been an offensive coordinator, but has spent the last 3 seasons in Minnesota helping develop not only those tight ends, but also being able to write up the script for the passing game. So, very, very interesting. I wanted to go through his overview as a coach and show you what they're adding. I know the Steelers wanted to hire the Saints quarterback coach. That fell through. He ended up staying in New Orleans. So this must be their second option. Let's see how we feel about it. Let me know in the comments. Give me a letter grade. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's just dive into what he is and what he's done. Alright, obviously I'm going to use AI because I know nothing about this guy, so I'm pretty much learning with you. So let's just look at his NFL coaching from 2012 to now. So start off with Tampa Bay, was a tight ends coach. So it looks like tight end is going to be a focal point of his development. When you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, the first thing I think of is Darnell Washington and Pat Freiermuth and potentially Jonnu Smith if he is still under contract. You got Connor Hayward, right? So they've got a bunch of tight ends they really do like. So I guess he'll probably have the tight ends be heavily involved here going into next season. So we have coach there, 2012, 2013, I guess, was fired alongside Greg Schiano. Then went to Cleveland for a year as a tight ends coach. Then maybe got fired, which is maybe not a good sign. And then went to Green Bay from 2016 to 2018. So he was there for a couple years, worked under Mike McCarthy with Aaron Rodgers. So something must have happened where then he just left Mike McCarthy. I wonder, this probably wasn't a firing, I would assume. He maybe just had a different, I have no idea. Interesting, because then he goes to the Commanders in 2019. So I wonder if he was fired or just decided to, change teams. Carolina Panthers from 2021 or 2020 to 2021, tight ends coach. So it seems like every single year he's leaving teams. I don't know if that's a good sign. But then as of recently, was with Minnesota for 3 years, 2022 to 2025, as a passing game coordinator and tight ends coach under Kevin O'Connell. Helped tight ends like Johnny Munt and Josh Oliver achieve career high in touchdowns during his tenure. Now, these last 3 years were probably extremely helpful for him to develop some sort of scheme as a coordinator, because you see here, he has been the passing game coordinator. So now he probably has a little bit more experience under his belt to become a play caller. We'll see if Mike McCarthy, I would assume, will be the play caller for the offense. So we'll see what happens there. But it seems like a guy that is knowledgeable, has been in the league for over a decade. As a offensive line coach from back to college to then tight ends coach and a pass game coordinator. So interesting to say the very least. What does it say? In early 2026, Angelico was hired as a Steelers offensive. That just happened right now. Following interviews and reports of a deal being finalized, this marks his first NFL offensive coordinator role. Though he held offensive coordinator duties at Ithaca College over 20 years ago. He brings extensive experience in tight end development and passing game strategy to Pittsburgh, where McCarthy calls plays. Okay, so yeah, everyone's going to be assuming that McCarthy will continue to call the plays. His career reflects steady progression from defensive and varied offensive positions in college to a long-tenured role as a tight end specialist in the NFL, now stepping into a key play-calling support role. So, again, with an offensive-minded coach, you don't really need to get a play caller because usually the head coach is going to be calling those plays. So, this wasn't a crazy need. I wish they had went into like a quarterback coach, someone that could develop the quarterback. He's had experience with Aaron Rodgers, so maybe that's good. And maybe this helps Rodgers stay another year. But either way, I wish they got the Saints guy because he's better developing quarterbacks. But we'll see. I don't mind it. Another familiar face within the system. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe. Sorry I don't have a bunch of stats to go with it, but I didn't know anything about this dude. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. If you guys want a chance to over 1,000 extra money, you have to check out Sleeper today. And I'm going to give you my picks for tonight's game. Before we do so, take a look at this right here. You're going to see a 100% match deposit up to $100 if you use code DUBS, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 to use right away. This is what I'm putting in for tonight. Make sure you use my promo code. Link will be in the description. But I'm doing Stafford higher than 200 passing yards, Devontae 1 touchdown, JSN 1 touchdown, and Kyron Williams 40 plus rushing yards. Let me know what you guys think. Again, promo code will be in the link in the description. Sign up, use my code, get that match deposit. But let's keep going.